Hi, and welcome to Realtor Real Talk. I'm Christina Palmer.
And I'm Celeste Huss, and we're with Parker Real Estate in Logan, Utah.
Today we have a special guest, and we'll be talking about the role of a title company in a real estate transaction.
Yes. Thanks for joining us today, Chad. We'll tell you a little bit about Chad. He is from American Secure Title, one of our favorite title companies to use. And he grew up free range in Morgan County.
Yep.
And he graduated from Utah State,
Weber State.
Wow! Oh, we wish it was Utah State.
I'm in Ag country. It's fair. It's fair. I started there, finished at Weber.
Okay, finished at Weber. One of his great things he's been able to do is walk through the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Pretty awesome. His passion is with people, relationships, music, and whitewater kayaking.
Yeah, I put the caveat in there because sometimes kayaking on a lake's not quite the same as the river.
Okay. Yes.
Know,
So
people
you
that
need
kayak
the
rivers think
danger?
they're cooler. Yeah, you need the danger.
Yeah, living
Okay.
on the edge a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're super excited.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Tell us a little bit about title company, the role, and maybe even to back up, like what is an escrow officer? We hear that word all the time.
Yeah, title insurance is one of those products, and I guess our whole industry, the general public doesn't necessarily know what we do in the transaction. Mm-hmm. And that's fair. Title agencies don't really market the general public. We're not running radio ads and billboards, you know.
Yeah.
We are spending our resources in that regard with agents like yourselves directly. Mm-hmm. We're trying to help you guys get to know who we are, our capabilities, and become an extension of your team. Okay. So the role a title company plays in the transaction. If you're buying real estate, most real estate has been bought or sold before. Mm-hmm. So if I like to use the adage of, like, if you're buying a used car, and here in Utah, most people know what KSL is. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you're buying a used car of KSL, you're a little worried about the title, the history of the vehicle. Sure. So everyone's familiar with the Carfax report, the vehicle history report. Mm-hmm. That's how you know you're not getting something that's got a salvage title. Title insurance does the same thing, but for land. Mm. We do that through the courthouse. We go to the records office, the county recorder's office. We go to the courthouse and we research the land records. You go back in time, you know, they call it the chain. There's a title chain. You think of every deed that's ever happened like a link. Mm-hmm. There's a story that's happened, mm-hmm. you know, where there was a big section of land and now it's been whittled down to, you know, a subdivision. Mm-hmm. So title companies review those land records, and we are the entity that's making lenders feel safe to lend money on that transaction, and buyers feel safe to know that they're not buying a piece of ground with problems. And so our role in the transaction is to produce a report for the agents to review with their clients. Mm-hmm. And they can say, hey, look, here's what's affecting this piece of ground. Mm-hmm. This piece of ground is subject to certain things. And, you know, you can get into the details of all that, but once you know the picture of the history of that land, you then get a policy of insurance. That's the end thing, is that our product is an insurance policy. And it's insuring the buyer's property rights. Mm-hmm. So you don't think about that. You know, you've got the deed to the land, you mm-hmm. own it, it's recorded at the courthouse, there's no question of who owns it, but there's an insurance policy insuring those property rights. So the bigger picture on that is that it relieves the sellers of any liability. Mm-hmm. You know, a seller doesn't want to move away and move to Puerto Rico or wherever they're going. They don't want to move away and be subject to potential litigation if there was a problem with those property rights. Sure. It gives buyers recourse to get it corrected, rectified, or, you know, the title underwriter would pay damages. Mm-hmm. So it protects buyers, and in essence, it really protects the sellers as well. Yeah, and that's awesome. Why the real estate industry, you know, the UAR, you know, the NAR, it's in your contracts that the seller will provide that to the buyer, because you don't want to leave them exposed.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So our job is to try and mitigate any risk, and we do a pretty good job of that.
Thank you so much, Chad, for joining us today. That is great information.
Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And if you have any questions or video topics you'd like to see us cover in the future, let us know in the comments below. See you at our next open house. Bye.